Sarah Shea, what does your new role involve?
Well, as Deputy Chief Executive, I'll be acting as the Deputy to the Chief Executive, John Delaney. So that'll involve me working very closely with John. And as the needs of the business arise, from time to time, we'll see what areas I need to work in. And working closely with our management team here in-house, who are all focused on different areas of the business, from the commercial department to grassroots to League of Ireland to high performance and international, and retaining my current duties as the legal director.
Are you looking forward to the challenges that the new role will bring?
Absolutely. I've been working in the association now for 7.5 years as legal director, so it's great to broaden my own knowledge across other areas of the association that maybe previously I wouldn't have been as focused on. So very much looking forward to the challenge.
Sarah, do you think your legal background will be a help to you in your new role?
Well, I think so, and I certainly hope so. When I came into the association a number of years ago, I was the first Irish person to be appointed in an in-house legal role in an Irish sports governing body. And John had recognised the need to bring legal skills in-house. It was the international norm at the time, particularly for football associations, to have legal departments in-house. And I've worked over the years to try and balance my legal knowledge with the needs of the game on the ground and try and bring that balance between law and what's actually required on a practical level, particularly from the volunteers' point of view. So yes, I hope I can bring that through to the new role.
You are the chairperson of the Federation of Irish Sports. What does the Federation do?
Well, the Federation was established in 2002. It's essentially an umbrella body for national governing bodies of sport. We have 71 members currently and 28 local sports partnerships as part of our membership. And the Federation strives to build an awareness of the greater needs of sport as a whole rather than individual specific sports, and works together to provide one voice for sport on topical issues where we can help each other. And
you're also a member of UEFA's Hat-Trick Committee. What does that committee do?
That's right, yes, very interesting committee. It's one of a number of UEFA committees. The Hat-Trick Committee primarily focuses on providing funding for national associations around Europe who are looking to conduct certain projects, be they infrastructure projects, by way of example, where a national association wants to build a stadium or wants to develop the game through certain programs like Women in Sport or grassroots programs, social inclusion programs. And we look at those projects and we decide whether to provide the funding for the projects. So it gives you a great overview of what's happening in other countries around Europe.
And also a member of the Court of Arbitration for Sport. What does that entail?
Yes, I'm recently appointed, so we'll see what that brings. But basically it means I could be asked from time to time to preside over cases at the CAS, the Court of Arbitration for Sport, and that's based in Switzerland. And the court really is a forum for sports disputes and sports arbitrations to be heard outside of the regular courts, to allow sports issues to be dealt with in a quicker manner than the regular courts, and also hopefully at a lower cost.
How can your membership of these bodies help the FAI and Irish football?
Well, I suppose having that international dimension is very important within football, and working at an international level for the Court of Arbitration in disciplinary obviously enhances your knowledge of what occurs in football across Europe. And the FAI have always worked with other sports in Ireland, so being involved in the Federation has given me a broader view of what issues are there in relation to other NGBs, and we're all facing similar type issues, so it's good to have that general background.
What can we look forward to in 2014 from the FAI?
Well, I think it's a very exciting time for Irish football with the new management team of Martin O'Neill and his assistant Roy Keane. I think it's a very, very exciting time for fans. We have the draw coming up on the 23rd of February, and let's hope that goes the way we want it to go. And we have our first match against Serbia on March 5th, so it's a great time for fans to get behind the team and look forward to the road to France 2016.
You've been with the FAI since 2006. What have been the highlights for you?
There have been many, many highlights. I think it's been a privilege to work, I suppose, for the FAI, to be involved in Irish football. It's been a great privilege. It's part of history, really, working here. I've met some icons within football, Giovanni Trapattoni, Marco Tardelli, of the previous management team. And to be working closely with Martin O'Neill and Roy Keane, it's a fantastic privilege going forward. And on a day-to-day basis, I would have my daily highlights, obviously, in the areas of disciplinary cases and rules and regulations and queries that pop up from time to time. I think as well, working with the volunteers has been very, very rewarding. I'd be heavily involved in our AGMs and our council meetings, our board meetings, and the Legal and Corporate Affairs Committee, all of whom volunteers are represented on. So it's been very rewarding working with the volunteers and trying to, you know, help them solve issues at local level.
And finally, what do you hope to achieve in your new role?
I suppose to work with John and continue the good progress that he's made over the last number of years, and to continue that, to work closely with our management team here in-house across the association, and to continue working with the volunteers, and I suppose to get out and about more and meet more of the volunteers and understand what they're doing on the ground.